How you doing today? Welcome back to our new channel, BMX Mayors. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm sure you've heard that a million times going through YouTube. We really would appreciate it, and there's never a dull moment here, that's for sure. So today, what I want to do here is talk about the Vans Limited Production SE PK Ripper. Okay? Before we get into detail of what S&E Bicycles told me about this limited production bike, I'd like to just talk about it real quick. It's a really cool bike. When I saw it, I fell in love with it. I love the retro look to this bike. And this is a modern day bike. The cranks, you got this is a 180 with a 44 sprocket and a 16 rear freewheel. All right, 20 inch, and there's so much to go over this. This bike represents an anniversary for Vans shoes that started in 1966, and that's when you see the dice that are on the valve stem, the valve caps. They have sixes all the way around on every side, not like your normal dice that has like 1 through 6. It has 6 on every side. Pretty cool, and it represents 1966, the anniversary, I suppose. But anyhow, the bike is really lightweight, and unlike old school, I find some stuff out today when I was doing some adjustments and doing some maintenance about this. Back in my day, your forks would come up and they would be threaded up here at the head, where you would take your washer, your nut and all that, and you would put it on there and tighten her down. This bike doesn't have that. Basically, the forks come straight up to the head. There's no threads. This is all the washer, the bolt, the head up here, the nut. That's all decorative. And what holds it in is one bolt going this way and one bolt going this way on the neck, and one coming down, which I find rather interesting. But anyhow, that's how they design them now. I guess they lighten them up in that fashion. It is a rather light bike. I'm trying to remember the exact weight. It's around 24 pounds, 25 maybe. But overall, I mean, it's a wonderful bike. I've ridden it a few times, and I love it. I thought I was going to buy it and put it on the shelf with some other ones. Another later time in another video or two, we will show you the collection behind us in our 1980s retro arcade. All right, that's a whole nother video in time on its own. But anyhow, let's talk about the bike itself with its limited production. Now, when I was looking around, when I first saw this, I started doing some research online. Everything I come up with here is that there's only 250 of these bicycles made. And I was like, wow, it would be nice to actually own one of them if there really is only 250 made. And I thought there was. I mean, SE is a very reputable company. PK Ripper's been around since, I think, 1977, I want to say. I've always wanted one when I was younger. I've had many different bikes. Diamondback, Cyclecraft, Huffy, you know. But I always wanted a PK Ripper. Just a cool looking bike with the loop tail. But anyhow, so much to talk about here. But back with the limited production of 250 of these made. After I purchased this bike, there is each individual bike is numbered, by the way, and it's on the left side down here on the draw pot on the down at the loop there. So I'm looking at mine, and 250 of these bikes made. What comes to my mind, seeing the number that I have, I was shocked. And let me explain. First, I was told this is a 2022 bicycle. When I saw my number on that dropout, my jaw dropped. Mine says Vans 210701. Now, I don't know how bicycles work in production, like automotive. The early models come out that summer into fall. So like if it's 21, it would be a 22 model. So that's what I'm sitting here thinking. Okay, it says Vans 21 stamped on that dropout. So I'm thinking this bike was built in 2021. Okay, and it says 07, which means it was built in July, and it says 01. So I'm thinking 01 means the first production bike. I was like, wow, I actually have the first production PK Ripper Vans bike. And I thought about it and I'm like, why me? How's that possible? I don't have that kind of luck. So I really, truly wanted to verify this. I wanted to really know what I had here. So I reached out to SE Bikes. It took many tries, but someone got back with me. And we spoke, and he set the facts straight for me. And I'm about to do that for you right now. First of all, this bike, thinking it's a 2021, it's not. This is, a 2022. It actually is a 2021 bicycle, okay? And there's not 250 of them made. There's more, okay? Now, and then how they do their limited production and how they number the bikes gets a little tricky. So, this bike is not the number one bike, if I didn't mention that already. Which, again, I'm thinking, wow, I must have just won the lottery. Because the first bikes usually go to, you would think, someone that works there, someone that had doings of building the bike, something of that nature. They usually get the first few bikes, I would think. So anyhow, talking to this gentleman at SE, he told me there are 250 of these in the United States. Hi, Cody. My dog says hello. Also, there's another 150 of them worldwide. So, on top of the 250 of the red and yellow Vans PK Ripper, there's an additional 150. So, that's giving you a total of 400 bicycles. That's still a low number, but that's all there is in the world now, is 400 of these bikes. That's still really good. Now, my number is 0701. So when I was told this, I'm thinking, okay, well now that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, because what is that number supposed to represent? 07 is not a production date, okay? That's what I was told. The production date, month, has nothing to do with that number other than the year, which says Vans 21, stating that it is made in 2021. The other number is the number of the bike. I actually have 701, okay? Now, I don't know why the 0 is in front of that if there's only a total of 400 of these bikes made. So I proceeded to ask this gentleman, how is that number so high? How do I have 701 if there's only 400 of these bikes? That's mathematically incorrect. What he continued to say is that there is a black and white model of this bike. Also, 250 of those made in the United States and an additional 150 sold worldwide. Okay? So now you have 250 of this bike in the United States and 250 of the black and white in the United States. In addition, you have 150 of this bike and 150 of the black and white model, and that is sold worldwide outside of the United States. Now, follow me here. There's now 500 of these bikes in the United States. That's it. 250 yellow and black vans, PK Ripper. 250 vans, black and white, PK Ripper. Now, there's 300, 150 of each worldwide, giving a grand total of 800 bicycles built. Again, still a low number. But here comes the part. When I asked him about how is it that I have bike number 701 when there's only so many made of this color and model. What they did is they also incorporated the black and white model, and they counted that in with all the bikes. So to put this to rest, a total of 800 vans, PK Ripper bikes from 2021 that is a limited production. They come in two colors, black and white, and here, red and yellow. Okay? What they did is they counted them all, and they put them back and forth. They didn't count all the red ones and went 1 through 400 on those. What they did was they mixed the bikes up, and then they gave it each individual number. So they also incorporated the black and white bikes with the yellow and red bikes, and vice versa. And that's how I ended up knowing that I have the 701st bike. Initially thinking this bike was made in 2021, and it was made July, and it was the first bike. So with that said, my initial thought was I just won the lottery. Well, if it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. That's my little motto I have for myself. But I really can't say that anymore. I'm blessed with a beautiful family and a lot of things. Great job, all kinds of stuff. But I also have one of these, and they are a limited production. There's only 800 of these in the world, and I got one. I'm going to try to get a couple more. I would like to get a black and white one, but for some reason, looking around, those things are going for a lot more money. A lot more. I know a guy where I got this. He has 2 more, but he's not selling them, and they're in the box. If I buy them, they're coming out of the box. Even if I use them for display, they're not staying in the box. There's also a couple other places I come across that have some, and I may negotiate. I don't know. We'll see. But I definitely would like to get a black and white one. So to sum this up, now you have the information, and that came directly from a man at SE Bicycles. All right? Not a bicycle salesman, not someone on the street or somewhere online. I just gave you the facts about this bicycle that came directly from SE, from a man up high in the SE bicycle industry. Slip of the tongue. I need a sip of coffee, excuse me. Nice hot coffee, starting to get cold though. But anyhow, sum it up, this bike is awesome, and I'm going to be doing a lot of riding with it. I already have. I'm afraid to do tricks with it, because, well, I don't know what its weight restriction is, and, well, I've packed on some pounds in my time, and I haven't been riding for a long time, so I got to get my butt back in shape, and I'm going to do just that. And I don't know. I look at the bike, and there's so much I want to say, I get tongue-tied, because I actually own this thing, and I really like it, and it's just awesome. But you'll see me riding it a lot. There's a few other bikes behind the camera there, over there and over there, that are up above, kind of like on display in our arcade. I'll show you that sometime. There's a 1985 bike over there. It's a remake. It's one of the Stranger Things bicycle, brand new. I built it out of the box. Been sitting there ever since, never ridden. And I have a original 1986 Redline ML20 that I built many, many moons ago, and kind of gave it a modern day spin, but I may be changing that and taking off the newer stuff and going back to old school. All right. So I want to thank you for watching, And I hope this information was helpful to anybody out there that may have one of these, that may have been confused as much as I was. All right. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in another adventure. Till next time. Bye.